So there's no power today, Lisa.
No power today. Why? Because my daughter not pay. Not tell me na they have 1 month not pay, delayed. So I asking here, Gian look after the current. Maybe one day we don't have current, we have a visitor. You, I have visitor and the kids, very hot. And myself, I cannot handle without current because the aircon, I have asthma. If so too over hot, I cannot handle myself. But my asthma is get bothered and it's hard me to breathe.
So
And she answering me,
why? I mean, you had the money to pay, right?
yeah, the money to
The money's not the
tomorrow,
problem.
tomorrow, supposedly.
So why couldn't Jeffy go pay it?
The money is not there. I said,
Oh, you don't have
tomorrow,
the
yeah,
money.
tomorrow paid because salary of Gerald tomorrow. So the 1 month not paid. But my share is there. She not telling me na my money is not there. Tomorrow I just wait for salary of Gerald because our bill is 5,500. So I gave her 3,000. So 2,000, the rest Gerald pay for that. Because DP, no.
The power bill. I heard the power bill's not in your name; it's in somebody else's name because you haven't transferred it after 8 years, right?
Not yet transfer the name under the owner of this house because
From 8 years ago.
yeah, 8 years ago we pay about. So
So I'm not surprised.
not surprised. What about?
I'm not surprised that the bill's not paid. You haven't transferred even the power bill to your name after 8 years.
But anyway, it's normal because only the name, but the title is mine. The house title is mine. Only the bill of Karen I'm not working because we go to. I don't have time to follow up because of my husband. He wanted to move to Matabungkay. That's the problem. So it's still going on. We pay normally under name of the house. It's no problem.
It is a problem today.
Yeah, the problem today is Gian not pay for the bill. If he pay the current, no problem. Still,
Well, why don't you have the power bill in your name and ask your son to make sure it's paid?
because the bill is always coming here door. I asking for here. Where is the Gian look after the current? Maybe we get no current. Said, tomorrow mama I pay.
Anyway, that's the power bill.
The problem here is I carry on the problem here in my house.
There's a godmother, Lisa. There's her son Jeffy and his wife, and
Yeah,
there's
it's a big
her
family.
daughter and husband. 5 adults, and between them, they can't get together to pay the power bill.
No problem for the bill. Even GP is not give because I can.
And they just blame each other.
I give. I can give. But Gian not put attention the bill because he waiting for tomorrow because not disconnected yet. The notice, settle the bill. Settle the bill before that day expire.
And that's the Filipino way of life. The difference between the Filipino system and the Australian system of paying the power bill is that in the Philippines, you can't pay it forward. Like in Australia, I managed a house a lot of people living there. I always paid the power, and I would go into the post office every 2 weeks and make sure I always had credit, because the power bill's every 2 months, and if I waited for 2 months, I couldn't afford it because it's a huge hit when it comes. So I'm always going every 2 weeks when I get my Centrelink payment or rent money from people, every other week even, and make sure I've got credit, paying it forward, paying it ahead. But in the Philippines, you can't do that. You get a power bill for
Every month.
every month, and then you go into the office and you pay it. You can't pay it forward. What happened here is that they hadn't paid the power bill for 2 months, and it's going into the third month, and it's about 5,000 pesos a month. So they paid off February, which was 5,000, but they hadn't paid March and April. It's halfway through, and because they didn't read the fine print, if you don't pay it, your power's going to be cut off by April 15th. The power got cut off, and then they have no power. So then they have to scramble for cash, because money is really tight in the Philippines. They only pay the bills when they absolutely have to. I mean, they got 6 kids. The other daughter had a cesarean birth and took out a loan, and her husband's not working. He's a gamer. So because she's working now after maternity leave, but she's not getting any income because she took out a loan from the bank, and the income she gets, the bank keeps it all because she has to repay her loan. So you have 2 people who kind of are not freeloading, but they are freeloading. They've got no income. And then you've got 2 people, one's running a food business, but she has 6 kids, which is
Not enough. It's not
a huge
sufficient.
cost. And then her husband has a job but gets paid 5,000 pesos less per
4,000
week.
up. 5,000.
Yeah. So the other day, apparently, they paid off the February bill. The power bill gets cut off because March is not paid, and we're into April. Then they have to pay another 1,500 to get it reconnected, and then they have to pay the March bill, and then they have to pay up to date in April as well, which rolls in at 10,000. So the godmother had to go to a friend to get a loan of 15,000 to cover the power. So for 3 days, until the April power bill arrives, they won't have power here. And that's normal life in the Philippines. That's the system, and that's how people operate, and that's how it goes down. So it's very different than Australia. Peter explained to you.
Yeah. Peter explained to me why Filipino mindset always cut off the current, because our neighbor here like that. So I explained to him the current here, the power bill here
By the way, they don't call it a power bill. They call it current.
current
bill.
the current bill here every end of the month until 5, give a chance until 5. So you need to pay the 31 March, the bill of 31 March, because if arrive the bill, another bill for April on the get together, so your power is cut off from the office. So the bill of March and April get together, that's why cut off. And then need to follow up because the meter bring to the office.
Well, it wasn't only March and April. It was February, March and April.
Yeah, February and March and April. So we have bill only 5,500 we have balance. But the next bill of April coming on this 5 of May. Supposedly it's not cut off, but it's a new requirement now. It's different than before. Even once you have not pay, take off the meter. No, nothing. So when you get the meter again, you need to spend more money. You have a 1,500 for the meter. Then the cost of money for the April need to pay, even no bill yet. So I just spent 10,000 or more 10,000 like that.
And also, the power bill for a month is what a worker makes in a week.
No, cannot be, because every month you pay. You cannot pay advance in Meralco here.
You can't.
You cannot be.
You cannot pay advance. You can't pay it forward. You can't get credit on your bill like you can in Australia.
No.
You've got to pay a huge lump sum all at once and have the cash ready.
Need to have they have a note for the bill, how much you spend for the month. You cannot pay advance on the office. Need the receipt, and then you go to the office to pay, or the collector come over here if you are updated for payment. You only come to the extension office here around Americrest. But if you late to pay, you need to go to the main office. So, and now it's new what is this? New requirement, need to pay all updated. You
have to pay an additional 1,500 for to get the meter box reset.
Yeah, but the receipt, the meter of the current pay 1,500. Our bill is only 5,500 plus 1,500 is 7,000, and the rest need to pay the month of April on 5 May. So if we pay that, we are clear on the office.
So it's a scramble for cash, whatever way you look at it.
Yeah, need to pay to us.
Like, you had to borrow money from your friend to pay the power.
Yeah, because I warning to my daughter, how about our current sama the Jude, no problem, because on 20 is we pay the current on 20 of April. The due date is 5 May. So we have pa 2 weeks, because before like that, but now it's different procedure. Procedure different now. Need updated, always updated. It's starting this month. It's very different procedure, not like before.
So what I heard, there's no power for 2-3 days until the next bill comes. Even if she wanted to, she couldn't.
But the cashier there
pay the power. She can't pay the power bill unless she has a power bill.
Yeah,
now,
that's right.
She knows she owes the money for April, but she can't go in the office and pay it because she doesn't have a bill. So she has to wait 3 days until the power bill comes, and then goes in and pays it. And that's how the Philippines operates. And she tells me it's like that because they're corrupt otherwise.
Yeah, not. You lose your money. You lose your money if you pay advance. If change the cashier there. If it's not permanent the cashier, who give the money? Oh, I have the receipt. No, we not receive, and without bill. Need you have a receipt before you pay. You cannot pay advance in office.